everybody. Okay, looks like my camera got stuck. Maybe I gotta turn this up a little. So I'm talking low because I'm actually kind of tired right now. But anyway, I'm still here. Oh, sorry. How's everybody doing? It's been a little bit since I've been on. I don't know. Maybe like a week and a half or two ago or something. But yeah, a lot. Suddenly, a lot has happened in this time. Mostly bad stuff. But yeah. So I almost didn't come because of the bad stuff, but I came anyway because I think that might be exactly what I need right now is to get my mind off of things doing this. So here I am, and hopefully somebody will come. I hope some of you will come, but if not, that's okay too. I understand. Well, it's been very cold. It's been so cold, and I love it, but I had to turn on the heater a couple of times because, yeah, my house is the downstairs is notorious for staying cold. The downstairs is pretty much always cold, you know. Even during the summertime. It's very good at keeping the temperature, but yeah, as soon as wintertime comes, it gets cold in there. Not very insulated, my house, so yeah. I turned on the heater 2 times today, you know, because there are times where I can just wrap up in a blanket and I can deal with it and it's fine. But when I'm doing stuff, when I'm walking around, you know, I need to turn it on because it gets a little chilly. Chilly. But it's good. I feel like it's been colder than last year. Which kind of would make sense with the storms. The ice storms. I mean, there's ice in New Orleans. I see them on Canal Street, and I was there. I crossed over Canal Street, and they're playing ice hockey on the icy roads there. It's unheard of. I think it's amazing. Oh, hi Promethean. How are you? Hey, thank you. Woo! 22 months in a row. That's insane. Thank you, Promethean. Thank you so much. Huh. I got my 2 here, Sweetie and Baby Handsome. Oh, gotcha. But one of the really bad news is like the 3rd member of the trifecta is missing, and she's been missing for like 4 days now. Woo! Shout out to Promethean. Yeah, so that's been my problem. She's been missing for 4 days now, and I've tried everything to try to find her. I mean, I think that might be Kenjin. No, not Sweetie. Littles. Diana. My little gray one. My little mouse face. Sweetie is on the bed right there. You can see her right there. Yeah. Yeah. I've been trying to pull myself together, but it's hard. And I keep going on the neighbor's property where she always is, and with food, and for like at least like an hour every day. You know, not in a whole hour consecutively in minutes, but I'll go for like 10 minutes. Then like an hour later, I'll go for 15 minutes over there again. Then I'll walk around the whole block, and it's just like not a sign of her anywhere. You know, even all the way around the block, it's just I can't find her. And it's, I don't know. You know, the more days rack up, the less of a chance it is that she'll come back, you know. And it's been 4 days, and I remember Frigga went missing for like a week and a half. She was gone. Just like that, too. Gone. I looked for her everywhere. I couldn't find her. And then one day, and I thought she was a goner. I thought I was never going to see her again. And then one day, I do my thing. Even after a week and a half, I'm calling her, and suddenly there's a cat jumping on the fence and looking at me with big eyes. And I can see her. I'm like, Friggy? Friggy, is that you? And it was her. And it was her. But now Frigga is very much like a cat she's really disconnected from all the other cats. She doesn't come inside either and stuff like that. But Littles comes inside, so, you know, it's just, fuck, man. But I'm not trying to lose hope. I'm trying to have hope, because what else, you know, what else can I do? I would like that, yes. So 10 card or 3 card or 1 card? I hope so too. Thank you, my baby littles. Perfect. Ooh. All right. Let's do it. See, I've never had a jacket that has these holes in it, and I have a jacket that has these holes in it now. You know, when we're teenagers, we poke those holes in there ourselves. Remember that? Ha! But this one has it, like, actually sewn into it, which is so cool. Love it. All right. Oh. Not important. You know, I hate when, like, I text a person and then it takes me back like 3 days later. Then I text them back right away, and then they text me back 4 days later. I text them back right away. It texts me 2 days later. It's like, okay, you know what? I think we're not like. All right, let's start to do this. Why am I doing this like that? That's weird. That's better. Perfect. Yes, that's good. Okay. All right, so Let's take a look at your current situation. Okay, that's our beginning point right here. So what's happening in your life right now? What's influencing you right now? All right, let's take a look. Oh, okay. The Knight of Wands. If I remember this inverted, if I remember this correctly, it's about, yeah, here's the card. So it's about this unforeseen disruption. Okay, so it seems like there has been or there will be, like, very soon, or there is even at this moment some sort of unforeseen disruption with something in your life. There's a sudden change of plans, interruption, and delay in something that you're trying to do. Okay, I feel like that's very true. I don't know. Oh, maybe could be. Yeah, so that is because it is like a disruption, because, you know, you can't go to work and stuff like that. So maybe that's it. Because either very recent or right now at this moment, or very close coming up. Yeah, so unforeseen circumstances, you know, so that could definitely be it. It's definitely not something really bad, you know, like, oh, something bad's happening, but it is just something that's throwing your routine out of control. You know, it could also be something you set a goal to do something and you got interrupted, or it got disrupted by something, whatever. So that's what's happening right now. But like I said, it's nothing bad, like too, you know, bad. Let's take a look at your past. Promethean, you will never be rid of it. You will never be rid of it. I mean, really? The Lovers inverted. Must I say more? Yeah. Pointing again at it's pointing at, you know, a broken relationship, separation, division, and conflict. Okay, yeah, and, you know, we can know it was with a partner in the past, and it has still to this day an impact on you, and your family and stuff like that. Oh God, I hate when people ask me the same question every time too. It's like, God, you ask me that same question every time. And I'm not talking about how are you doing either. You know, it's okay, so let's move on. Let's look at your subconscious. Let's see what goes on there. Oh. Okay, interesting. The Star inverted. Now, because it's literally right next to the inverted Lovers here, that you know, tragic situation, I feel like it has something to do along the lines of that. Okay, because the Star inverted is not a good. It's about doubting your abilities, and it's about stagnant creativity. Okay, now I'm not sure if it's connected to this. It could be it could be standing on its own too. But it could also be related to this issue here. And, you know, the disruption has kept you from, you know, being creative. I have mentioned before on stream that, oh, hi, Sensei, thank you so much. You too. I've mentioned before on stream, and I don't know if you can relate to that, Promethean, but it's like, when I get sick, I get depressed. It's very weird. I don't know why that happens to me, but I get, like, depressed, like, I'll cry and stuff like that because I'm sick. I don't know what it is, but it happens to me. So I'm almost thinking that this could be one of those things. because it's about doubting your abilities and stagnation in your creativity, right? So this may have been a subconscious feeling that you've been going through while you were sick, or because, yeah, it is subconscious. So you're not... That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, so, you know, could be that, although, like I said, I feel like it's more standing on its own, I feel like it might be not necessarily connected to that. I think it's something that maybe you had like more recently, something that kind of gave your creativity stagnation. That's more what I feel like. I don't know if it's directly related to this, because they are pretty... I feel like they're disconnected. I don't think that these cards are necessarily connected. But, if you feel like it's more applicable that way, you know yourself better, than I know you, so... But yeah, so we see definitely just some sort of stagnation in creativity and doubting your own abilities, okay? Okay, so let's move on. We're going to take a look at your secret desires and wishes, okay? Oh, okay. Okay. So we get the King of Wands. Okay, so there's like... It could pretty much mean one of two things. It's like, because the King of Wands represent... This is a desire and wish you have. And the King of Wands usually represents like a father figure of a sort, like a parent, a leader. So it does have more of a masculine energy to it. So it's about loving parental qualities and a married man and a wise leader. So now that's very specific, but the thing is that either it is the way that you wish for somebody like that to enter your life, somebody that, maybe that, like a man of some sort, a wise man, a man that has qualities of being a good parent, being a loving parent. But it could also mean that your true and deep wish and desire is striving to be that person. Even so, there's a masculine energy. I think me and you can understand when I say, like, we can place that somewhere, right? We can place that. So I'm almost really pushing and drawing the conclusion that this is about yourself. Like, you really wish and hope that you are this good loving parent, this making wise decision, leading your child in the right direction. And it's almost like you think you may not be there 100% yet, but you're wishing and you're really hoping that one day you will be content with your parenting. Okay, so I'm almost thinking that that's what it is, more so than trying to seek a partner that will be a parent too. I think that's not really, I don't feel that that's right. Okay, so let's look at hidden forces that drive you, that help you, maybe that influence you. Let's see. I really like this. I really like this because it's almost like you and your child. It's the Ten of Pentacles, and you are. I feel like that's literally you two right here, sitting and playing games. Because so a hidden force, a driving force for you. That's a positive. It's infuses you with like positive energy, with constructive and productive feeling, is it's family values, is sharing the family values and sharing of family traditions, and it also has to do with family inheritance, So, and a wealthy and prosperous home. So pretty much we can see here these go really hand in hand. It's about family, and it's about you wishing to be this good parent, the best parent in the world, and giving you kind of the reiteration that the driving force is that wish, but also I think also symbolizing that you are doing that, okay? Because it is showing up here like this. It's not saying, oh, you need to still do this. This is saying you are doing this already, and this is a strong force, and this is the major force in your life pretty much. So very good, very good. Okay, so let's move on to events yet to come. Oh, okay. Interesting. So you get the Four of Cups here. So it looks like in your future, there will be a time where you will pretty much be set, and you'll be doing really well in your life, but you feel boredom, and you feel like lack of fun in your life, and you're not really happy with your life in spite of your success, okay? So it's like an unhappiness, even an apathy, and almost like a disappointment in one's life, and boredom. I almost think this will be the time when your child is like out of the house. Yeah, so maybe it'll be something that you will actually embrace. But however, it to me, that's the first thing that I thought about, because I see just you here, and I'm thinking this is gonna be the time in your life where your child will be out of the house, and you will feel this feeling of like, okay, well, everything is cool, but I'm kind of like, what am I gonna do now? Maybe you'll be happy with it in the beginning, and then after a while you'll be like, okay, well, that was nice, but now what? You know what I mean? So there will be a time of like apathy. There will be a time where you're like, okay, well, this is kind of shit now. So, but still not bad at all. Like, we have not seen anything. We've only seen good things, except for this in the past, and then this kind of like little bit like irritation there, you know what I mean? But so far so good, very clear so far, the reading. I think so too. It's a little bit unclear with this one, but everything else pretty much straight to the point, which is, it doesn't happen with you often that your reading is very straight to the point. With you, it is oftentimes like curveballs and a little bit weird, but not this time. This time it's right to the point, which that's good. Granted, I have been doing also some ritualistic works and stuff like that, so I think maybe I have like manipulated that a little bit too, because I have like focused in, zoomed in the energies or something, because I've been trying to do some stuff to try to get Littles home. I lit the candles on my Bastet shrine in like a symbolic way of like, if I have the candles lit on that shrine, maybe it can act like a light, like a beacon for her to find her way home. I don't know. I'm trying things out. So I'm kind of like in this zone. That's also why I'm a little tired right now. Okay, so moving forward, let's look at your environment and how is your environment influencing you. Okay. Oh. Okay. That's the Three of Swords inverted. I haven't seen that in a while. I feel like you've had the Three of Swords like in the last reading too, did you? I think you did. Oh, I don't like that at all. I don't like that. What? So very kind of like okay, so because the meaning of the card is extreme sorrow. Yeah, okay, so I was gonna say, so it's like extreme sorrow, and it's about loss of a loved one, and it's about emotional misery. So because this card is right next to the future card, the events yet to come card, I'm almost thinking that this is, like you said, it's a warning about something in the future to come, in your direct surroundings. Okay. But again, because this card I interpreted it's in the far future, so about 10 years from now, I can expect the connection to be just as far, so yeah, the something like this will come, and yeah, let's just move on from that. I'm not happy about that. So I'm sure you aren't either, but all right, so let's look at people in your environment. Okay. Okay. We see that a lot. We have usually in your readings is at least one card that is about this topic. It's the Page of Swords inverted. So it is somebody. It's basically a betrayer, if you will. Okay, it is somebody that's let's see. I don't want to say the wrong words, but it's about a deceit and a liar and a false friend. Okay, so that's a person in your surrounding, one of the people that you are in contact with. We can maybe imagine who this could be, you know what I mean? But we must not assume and then say, oh, and then neglect thinking that it could be somebody else, but also not take it to the next level and be completely paranoid. But, caution to the wind, but definitely there's some sort of deceit, false friend, and a liar in your midst. And like I said, we can assume that this is particular, we kind of have a feeling who this could be, but it could be surprising next week. Somebody's like, man, you know what? Lies about you, or you never know, it can happen, and then that was that person and not that other person, because we can't always blame the same person, because it's not always just that person. But yeah, so just a little caution. So now we're gonna look at your spirituality. Yeah, kind of the usual. The Empress inverted, so not much going on is pretty much what this is meaning in a way. You have other priorities, so there might also be a little bit of a thought or a direction into another path of spirituality. Okay. Maybe kind of making you almost think that you're cheating on yourself in a sense, but because this card is also about infidelity, to domestic strife, and infertility, right? But it is, see, now it's getting shaky. I should have not said anything, because we can see here, well, these two we understand, but see, because we're talking about the deceit and the liar here, could still be carrying over that this person, because it's about infidelity and domestic strife. So, and this then consequently having a negative effect on your spirituality. Okay, and therefore maybe, not much going on spiritually with you. So I'm almost like, as I'm connecting the dots now, I'm going to take back my initial thought, and I'm thinking that this is what this is. Yeah, exactly. So I think it is definitely, we can relate these three cards to that same person. Is my ultimate conclusion is that, okay? Yeah, so the liar, the deceit, the infidelity, the domestic strife. Yep. So these are the connections there. Now, the final outcome. Let's take a look at your final outcome and see what we can see there. Oh. Okay. Alright, so it's a Two of Wands inverted. So, final outcome, it looks like A little bit of turmoil. I think it's a little bit of saying, yeah, still kind of struggling with the same thing. It is, but it is still kind of hinting, just like this, with the inability of the creativity. But again, it's right next to this card, so we could have actually come right back to the beginning here. Yeah, so it's about divided attention, separation, and dysfunction. Okay, we had that's very similar to this card. So I'm almost thinking that, because you know how I don't know if you guys remember this, but I tell you guys all the time, this is the card here of your subconscious, and this is the card of your spirituality. Now, sometimes it happens that these things are shifting, and because this may not be directly about the spirituality, it's more connected to this card here. So now maybe this is actually pointing out your spirituality instead, okay? And that there's the divided attention there, and there's a sort of a dysfunction there, you know? Yeah, so it's kind of like unable to focus, unable to, you know, but that could have been at the time a little bit in the past, okay? But yeah, I really do think that this may be actually spiritually related, because this is the subconscious card, and like 95% of the time this card aligns with the spiritual card, and this time it didn't. So I think it shifted over here, and these two are connected about the creativity. If you know your feeling is that this had to do with your past, then may well be, you know, unless you can still relate it to the time that you have been sick now, where you were kind of stunted being, you know, creative and stuff like that for the short time, because I don't see it to be severe, because I feel like the stagnation in your creativity in the past was rather severe, and it was for a long period of time. I feel like it was this is talking about a short disruption. It is a short time that you have divided attention and dysfunction. So that's kind of how I interpret it. Yeah, so so that's why I think it was like maybe during your little sick time where you really just you couldn't because you were sick. You know, this could have been just a day or so where you're like, you know what, I'm not going to do anything because I just can't even think straight, you know. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, because like I said, I don't think it's like a severe lack for a long period of time that you're not being creative, you know. But yeah, so that's your yeah. Because I don't see anything like really bad here in that sense that it is like, oh, except for the Three of Swords inverted. Oh my god. Yeah, the swords, they can go really wrong. You know, when you have this the Three of Swords or the Ten of Swords, it's like when people were like the Tower is the worst. Now the Tower to me, yes, it might have like negative you know, inclinations, if you will, but all in all, I look at the Tower also as a card of transformation too, kind of like the Devil card a little bit, and definitely the Death card, you know, whereas the Ten of Swords is just like like fucking bad. There's nothing, you know. So the Tower, I'm like, no, the Ten of Swords, man, that's the card, like that's the bad card. You know, luckily you didn't have that. Yeah, the Three of Swords, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you have also been through a really, I mean, one of the roughest things that a person can ever go through in the past, you know. So that's like you have gone through something that I don't know, and maybe also almost don't think I could go through. Like, honestly, like, I don't think I would be strong enough. You know what I mean? So it's like, sometimes the timeline, because, you know, this is not an exact science, obviously. So sometimes the timeline can be very much, you know, like off. You know, that does definitely happen. So, yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I'm tired. Me too. I'm tired too. I want to try to stay on here a little bit longer, but yeah. Thanks for coming, Prometheus. That was really good. That was really nice. I needed that. I needed to. I feel good that I gave you that reading. Thank you for wanting it. You too, Prometheus, and thank you for coming. Thank you so much. Sleep well. Yeah, we haven't heard in a while from Scooby. Yes, thank you. We haven't heard in a while from Scooby. We haven't heard in a while from many. So I think, you know, whenever I go tonight, I'm definitely gonna be back tomorrow. Cause tomorrow's Friday. So at like 9 o'clock. But I tell you, this weather has been helping me a lot, being able to sleep better. Even so I don't sleep long, maybe, I still sleep better because it's so cool. And because it's so cool, I don't have to turn on my air conditioner in my room. And that's good because my air conditioner in my window unit is super loud. And that's, you know, I don't like that. So I don't have to have it on. So it's quiet at night too. That's why I can sleep good. Well, last night I slept good. The night before I slept like shit. But, you know, it's also hard when one of my cats is missing again. Oh my god, man. Fucking insane. Bullshit. But yeah. Yeah, so come on in, people, and I also, you know, you can get a rune cast too if you want. Let me know. I don't know what I have for bits on there. What a rune cast costs in bits. I don't know why it's not even showing up in my chat either. It should. It's bullshit. But yeah. So if you want a rune cast instead of a reading, that's fine too. Just come on in. Talk to me. I still have this candle, and this is one of the best candles I've ever had. And this is a vanilla smelling candle. And this is a candle that'll cost like $15 at the store because it's like handmade on it. But at the thrift store, $2. $2 to $3 is the magic number in the thrift store. Yeah. I'm trying to wake myself up a little bit. But you guys are not very talkative in chat either, though. Like, come on, people, say something. What's going on here? If you're not talking, I'm just talking to myself here. Fuck. Shit. Ugh. What time is it? Oh, 10:30? That's not that late. Not too bad. What do you mean 3-card reading says 1-card reading? No, the 3-card reading is, yeah, I did change it, but I changed it a while ago. The 3-card reading is 1 subscription, and the 10-card reading is 2-tier subscription. So the way I did it now is channel point, like Oh, that's weird because I'm not even that. It must be glitching because I'm not even seeing anything in my chat right now at all. Like it's not even showing up. Yeah, see what the? That's a glitch. That's a fucking glitch. See, that's why it's not showing up in my thing. Because a 1 card reading is like, I don't know how many channel points. I think 150 channel points or something. I mean, it's, you know. Yeah, something is wrong there. Because I was already wondering the whole time that it's not showing up in the chat. That, because, you know, I got my messages in chat that come up where it says, like. Okay, so. Yeah, I mean, but you want a 1 card reading, right? Or what? Or instead of those 2 things, or what? If you want, yeah, okay. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, you subbed to me already in the past and didn't get a 3 card reading, so it doesn't matter. So we'll do that then. But I gotta really shuffle it because I just gave it 10 card reading, so you're gonna have to give it a few minutes because I want to make sure because I have noticed that. Like, I need to do a really good job. Yeah, because I changed it now to a one tier subscription is a 3 card reading. 2-tier subscription is a 10 card reading. And a 1 card reading is like 150 channel points or something. Fucking Streamlabs, man. Piece of shit. Or it might be Twitch, though. Oh, no, it's not, though, because it's not showing in my... Well, but it's the Twitch chat. I don't know. I don't know which one it is. I don't know who's wrong here. Yes. Yes, I don't sit here and just like come up with something just to make it make sense. Like there are like often times where I'm like, okay, this is out of the ordinary. This does not connect, but it means something. It means something, you know, because it does. It's there. You know, it is showing something. It's telling a story of some sort. Sometimes it's just, you know, the rotation that this goes in and all the meanings. It can just like the whole thing can just go like this, you know, and turn suddenly. That's just how it goes because this is not an exact science, you know. Exactly. Because I truly think that they are messages and they're speaking to us, you know. And I'm just, my energy through my hands, you know, I'm a conductor. I mean, every person, I have never had anybody tell me that I was like wrong. I've had like maybe 1 or 2 people are like, yeah, I don't know how that would really make sense. I've had that, but everybody else I've never had. Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, that happened literally 2 times to me, I think, in my whole time that I've been doing this. You know, and besides doing it on here, I've been doing it, you know, 20 years prior, not with cards, in other ways, though, you know, and I've never been wrong, in quotes. Alright, I think we're good now. I hope so. Alright, so do you want to ask about something, or you want to just let it flow? My suggestion is always to just let it flow. To not ask something, but... But it's up to you, whatever you want to do. Ooh, sorry. Okay. All right. All right. Let's begin. What why did I stick that in there? Am I crazy? I'm fucking crazy. Ryu. Okay. Ten of Wands inverted. Now, we don't have a timeline here. So this immediately makes me think of your past. Because this is talking about loss, unable to maintain stability, treacherous actions. I think this is in the past, but I think this is not in the super far past. I think this is about what you were supposed to be doing today that didn't happen. This is what this is about. This is calling out to you, talking about, well, actually not stagnant, full of treacherous activity and actions by one person toward you. And it's a burden and a loss. You experienced a loss, a double loss. Okay. Like a lingering. Gotcha. Okay, yeah. So I think this is I think it makes actually perfect sense that this is showing up given the fact that what you were supposed to be doing today, what was supposed to happen today, that you were doing, but somebody else wasn't doing. Okay, so I think that makes perfect sense that that's showing up. So this is talking about your past. Because we cannot see, like, it is really just logic, because at the moment right now we cannot see an actual current, like, loss of anything. We cannot see an inability to maintain stability. That's not really, like, per se what's going on. So yeah. All right, so let's move on to the next card. So we know what this is. Let's move on. Oh, okay. So this is a good one. So this is the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so this is talking about generosity. This is talking about sharing your wealth, being charitable, sharing your wealth with others. Now, it is not clear if you're the one sharing it or somebody's sharing it with you. Somebody's giving you something, or you're giving something to somebody. Okay, about gifts, about material generosity. Yeah, I already said it all. So, okay, so it's both. Okay, so okay, so that kind of makes sense to me too when I think about it. When I think about it, it makes sense to me too that it's both. Yeah, so I think also I think about has to do with what happened to you today when it comes to, like, work. These people that tested you were in a sense charitable toward you, because they just said, oh, we're gonna do it here, we can do him here, he's good to go. Okay, I also yeah, you know who I also see in this card? I see the guy that said that thing to you today. If they don't then I'm gonna quit. That's who I see here. I don't know if you can agree, but that's the feeling. That's the feeling I'm getting too. Yeah, I feel him in there. Yeah. He's in that card. Yeah. Okay, so good. This is very good. This is a good card. I like this card. Okay, last card. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, this can also be very, actually, wait a minute. Yeah, this is the Six of Cups here. This and this go together. Okay, because this is about the past. This is about you lingering in the past. Lingering, there's that word again. Like, this is about you grasping at things. It's not. It's just like it's a card that talks about your nostalgia that you have, that you're still kind of grasping at things that no longer can be or no longer are, but you're still wishing they could be. A past. There was a time in your past that you would like back. It's also about childhood memories, and it's about yeah. I said everything already. So, yeah, it's about you looking at things from the past that you would like to, have back again, and I feel like this card is a very, like, a lot of these cards are very much easy and very big, open to interpretation, right? You can really... I mean, yeah, sure, you always can, but I think it's more like you have kind of... So, because this is what I was going to say, because this card is so specifically about nostalgia and longing for things long gone. This is specifically a portrayal of your character, of how you feel. You can even see here the moons are the same almost the same in those two. So it's like but because I think the way I interpret this is, you can see it's a puppet show, right? The puppets here. I think you're here, right? But not just in the sense that you're searching for or longing for things long gone, but in the sense that you're starting to understand that you're only going to be a spectator now to your past. You're not going to be living there. You're starting to understand that your past is in the past. I think that's a big thing here. Yeah, so it's definitely about your kids, but it's also about you understanding that is all in the past, and the future is here, and the present is here, and so everything is on the table. And yes, of course I get you. Yes, absolutely. It's the same for me. Yeah, so it is, yeah, this is telling a story. I do think this is really telling a story about your character. That you have dealt with really strong loss. Like, to sum it all up, really bad and big and strong loss that had you, like, unable to maintain stability and everything, but still maintaining the charitable character, giving gifts, sharing anything that you have with somebody, and still maintaining an attitude of survival, and still not being unkind, even so you've been treated unkind. And then you sit in the back, and in your own time you reflect on your past, and you think about your past, and you try to kind of still grasp at it, which all of us have at least one thing in the past that we would like to have back. For me, it's the 90s. Knock, knock, where are you? But no, I'm just kidding. Of course, I have other things besides that would be better for me. But yeah, so that sums it up here for you. That's a good reading. Makes perfect sense to me. That's why I do like reading people, of course, that I know, because it's like it immediately I can make sense of it. I think so too. I think it was what I also believe is that if we would have not done it now, like it would have been different cards and it would have not been right. I think it needed to happen right now, and I think that was perfect. I think that was great. And I've been massaging my foot while we're doing this. And it's just me and you, I think, right now, Kenshin. I don't think anybody else is in here. Yeah. Oh no, I see Wandering Bishop and Sensei. But they ain't saying nothing. Yeah, because I think that I think that we're born with who we are. Yes, I think that it's also, conditioning and what our parents teach us and what we see, But I do believe the soul is in us. We have a soul. We have a soul of some sort, a spirit in us that is there from the beginning. When we're first, I think the spirit starts forming from the time we're born. Right? It's like it's in there somewhere, but it's not, when we're like a tiny piece of meat in there, tiny piece of flesh, it's too minute, it's not, it's like a tiny seed. And I think when we're born out into the reality, then it just it's like a flower bud that then starts opening and growing. And I think it's literally like the evolution, and evolution happens to a human, and it is at the same time the consciousness and the spirit / soul are growing and opening up. And I think if you took an infant and you put an infant, if this infant could survive, like Mowgli from the Jungle Book is a perfect example, was never raised by humans, but still grew up. Of course, this is a cartoon, but I'm just saying, my thought is really like that then still this human will grow up with a fundamental spirit and soul in there that subsequently, has the morality, or what we call morality, subjective or objective morality, whatever you want to call it, Yeah, so I think, because and the reason why I say it is because I feel it, because it's a feeling. If you're taught something and you do something, because and then you think about, this is how I feel. It's like I do this, and then says, why do you do this? Because that's what my mother taught me. There's a specific feeling there. Like, I know I'm doing this because my mother taught me, and there's a specific feeling. But there are certain things that I do on my own, and that I've always, as far as I can remember, have done on my own, that have a totally different feeling when I do these things. They go deeper. That's a deeper feeling than my mother. And you know how I feel about everything my mother taught me. This is huge to me. It's a strong, strong feeling. One of the strongest I have. But there are other things that I do that I was never taught, that I automatically do instinctively. That was not taught to me. And that comes from my consciousness and from my soul. Because something in there tells us this. I'm not saying. Yes. It is, and I think it's the spirit from where we all come from, where it all comes back into and goes out to. Exoteric and esoteric. Yeah. Yeah, and it's the same. It's the same in Helena Blavatsky's teachings. It's namely Akasha. That is what it is. So in teachings of this sort, of this religious sort, be it the more eclectic, the more independent religions, I would like to say, the more spiritual religions that are less based on rules and laws and more based on the natural flow of things. So they understand that's where it comes from. It's not, it's not, shit, I lost it now, but ski, yeah. Yeah, exactly. A moment between knowing and reaction. Yeah, exactly. It's this particular feeling there. And that is not taught. That is something that is a primal thing, and it is as in German we have the way when we say, like, for instance, the word great grandfather is Urgroßvater. When we talk about the ancient the ancient force, we call it the Urgewalt. And Ur stands for ancient. So Urvater, when we talk about Odin, of course it has become now Allfather, Allvater, which we have also taken because we have used the word all, we Germans use that word. All means the universe. ALL is the universe. All, das All. But we also call it the ancient flame, the Urflamme, or Urfeuer. Everything that we put Ur, which is also funny because Ur, pronounced the same way but spelled UHR, is clock. Ur. So yeah, so this comes from some sort of spiritual ancient fabric, right? And for lack of better terms, you'll call it these words, Oh, that was my point. Any of the eclectic and more independent religious, spiritually based religions, they all agree on the same thing. If you read the Vedas, you read, the multiple different writings, it's like it will always talk about the similar things. Sometimes it's a dragon, sometimes it's called Akasha, sometimes it's called this, that's Urall. Even we call it Urall. Urall. The ancient universe. That's Urall. So we can know, and these teachings and these feelings and these understandings are so much older than any modern, organized religion. You know what I mean? Especially the monotheistic ones, because they're so limited, is limiting. It's very limiting and limited, both, it's limiting for the humans, and the religion itself is very limited, and that's nothing. There are no limits in this type of thing, because everything everything lives and everything moves and everything changes all the time. Everything in the world. So there is no limit to anything. So any of these organized religious religions, they're too limited. That already doesn't make any sense technically. When we look at even math keeps moving. Anything in chemistry, alchemy, physics, it always keeps moving and changing, Yeah, of course, absolutely, because it's the same, like, oh shit, I didn't read the meditation, then act. This one brings stillness, and still brings focus. Yeah, because the main thing is like people don't go within themselves anymore to look at themselves. They're just always immediately directly at other people. It's other people's fault, or whatever it is, directly out, instead of like go within you first before you flip that shit. For me it takes a while, of like repeated patterns of somebody treating me a certain way, and me say, is it me? But if these patterns continue, like my boss for instance, these patterns continue, but I've been staying the same, and these patterns sometimes get worse, then finally I'm like, okay, I have been within me now for a while, and I'm seeing like it's not me, but then on the other hand it can be like, oh, I think this one was me. Like, you gotta think about these things. And people don't do that anymore. They're just so easy to say, this person is fucked. And it's like, no. I think you kind of, And, with Odin and Warrior... Samurai Warrior, absolutely. I mean, they were around during almost at the same time too. I mean, it was kind of close there, I guess. So I think, like you said, like the principles are very much the same. That's also what I was saying at these certain times throughout the world, in different countries, on different continents. It was named different. The runes were different. The words were different. But the principles were the same, because our ancestors had an understanding. Because our ancestors, why? What's the main reason why? Why were they more spiritual? Why were they more well versed in these aspects? Because they were more closely connected to nature, where it's all began. That's the raw material. That's how it also... what we see, the soil that we put our feet on, that was here before us. That is where it all dwells. All of this ancient, whatever this energy is, that dwells within everything. That's why one of the branches of Norse belief is that the gods, they dwell in the elements. They dwell in stone. They dwell in fire. They dwell in water. They dwell in air. These are the beliefs, and they just make sense. Because if you want to go all the way back, what was there? It was we were around rock, then water started to form, and then everything else came after. So the spirituality and everything of this ancient energy and spirit is in these things. So our ancestors just had more of an understanding, because they were just simply still more connected to nature. And nowadays the unfortunate part is like nature's being tossed to the side, because it is convenient to just like, I'll just adhere to a conventional religion because everybody does it, and it's like it's something, there's really no heart and no reason or rhyme in the modern religions, and they're completely limiting, very 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 limiting and very limited. And that is not how life or anything has ever worked, That's why we are here, because there were no limits. We evolved like thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years. We were able to evolve because nobody put a limit on it. There was no, God of any sort that said, oh, okay, I'm going to stop you right there. If you could stop evolving into another species, that'll be great. It was not that way. It just continued on its own, and it is continuing now. Everything is still evolving, everything in the world, all creatures, all, and to now say that, oh yeah, some guy that was around here like 2,000 years ago, he was like a wonder child, so he made the whole universe. It's like, that can't be, because the universe was already there and he was born later, and it's like, but he's the son of his own. See, I'm too much of a person of logic. Like, even it can be a fantastical story, but if there's some way that that like the core of it is the truth, okay, I'll take it. But in that sense, it's so doesn't make any sense in the biggest way possible. It doesn't make any sense logically. That for me, it's just like, okay, it like God created the earth. Just that sentence by itself is like, okay. But if you want to say it was a Christian God that created the earth, you already like, nope. It was a man that created the earth. Nope, that doesn't make sense. Like, scientifically, mathematically, physically, chemically, does not make sense. It's impossible because humans were not existing yet. They were not in existence. So it's not possible. Like, you know what I mean? So we gotta, now if you want to consider God being, you know, the ancient, the Urgewalt, the ancient force, you want to put it in a more, you know, umbrella term. Yeah, okay, in the spiritual sense, okay, because we cannot know yet what exactly happened anyway, okay, sure. And that's how the Vedas are written. They're very vague in a sense when it's talked about. God is continuously mentioned, but never talked about as in a human form in any way or in any connection, just God. And God is just God, and God is just a force, you know, and God is never described as a human or anything like that. So it's like, okay, you know, but as soon as it comes to the human factor, I get because like it's literally like my brain's like, I'm hitting a wall. It's like, no, I can't, like, I'm trying to get through it, but no, logic just won't let me. It won't let me do it. I'm sorry. Yeah. So it's like, you know. But like I said, you know, we are also in a time of convenience, you know, for a lot of people. They might be spiritual in some sense, or they are spiritual, but they're just like, you know, all that other stuff is just too much. I'll just go to church on Sundays and call it a day, you know, and talk to whatever's out there in that way. And it's like, all right. I mean, I get it too. But if you start being a hypocrite and all that shit, which a lot of them are like that, unfortunately, then that's why, again, if you set yourself these limits, you know, religiously, you limit yourself with all these rules, then you are bound to fuck up because you are sabotaging, you're self-sabotaging with your monotheistic religion, Christian, Judeo-Christian, like, you are self-sabotaging. You know, I've had this conversation, where it was like, yeah, your gods bow to my God. And I'm like, no, the good thing about my gods is my gods don't bow to anybody. Even better is my gods do not require me to bow to them because I'm a descendant of theirs. I am on their level. Not yet, but when I die, I will be. So they walk side by side with me. You know, they're in my blood. They dwell in my blood in me. You know, like, can you say that about your God, though? Can you have this actual connection like this with your God? No. You can't. You can't. Because he still thinks he's above you. Your God thinks he's above you. And that's no God. That's no God. That he thinks he's all powerful and he's above you and you have to obey to him. That's not a God to me. A God is somebody that doesn't need to tell anybody to obey them. A God is somebody that leads by example. And a God is somebody that can present themselves without having to force any rules. Without having to do any of these things, you know? That's a real God to me. And a real God is all powerful. And a real God will admit that they murder and that they do whatever they do unconditionally because they can. They are a God. They have their reasons, but they will never hide behind that they are all loving. But then they go ahead and do the exact opposite. That's not a God. That's a liar. That's a lying creature. And no God lies. Because they don't need to lie. To whom? Why? You know? bowing is okay, but I mean, I'm talking about like going on your knees, like bow down, like on the knees is what that person was. I think that's what they were referring to. Exactly. If you're a real, it's just like in real life, like an actual leader, a good leader in a company or in the military or whatever. They don't have to constantly remind their people that they're in charge and they're the leader and you know, unless they talk about it like to, you know, unless they talk about to somebody, okay, you know, I'm the boss of this and this and I'm doing this and this, blah, blah, blah. But when they are talking to the people that they are the boss of, they don't have to constantly tell them, I'm in charge here. If they have to do that, then you can see that the people do not respect them in any way. That the people have not seen anything out of this person or out of this God that makes them want to respect them and look at them in the way that they think they're supposed to be looked at. You know? My mother taught me this. You lead by example. And you motivate. And that's how people, then they will choose you to be your leader. And if they don't, okay, they don't see you as a leader. That's okay. No, because like, you know, somebody had that fucking crazy thought and put it in a book and said, yeah, there, that's God. And you must, I mean, even when you read the Bible, right? When you read just anything in the Bible, it is so blatantly obvious that was written by a human that wanted to fucking condition people to one God for whatever his reason was. You know, it was probably a man, no offense, but like, there was a reason, and people always say it was control, but I feel like it may have not been like, I feel like it may have been like even something less malicious and just something really kind of dumb, and it just like totally spiraled out of control, and now people are religious like fanatics and shit. Like, you can tell by the way the book is written that it was written by a man that wanted people to obey some deity for some fucking reason. It's so bizarre that people are just like, they take it at face value and they're like, this was written by God, this was written by God's messenger. Like, what? You cannot tell that this is like a total script written for you to tell you what to do by another man? Just some little man somewhere in the fucking Middle East. I mean, it's fucking nuts to me. It's nuts to me. Yeah, multiple people. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that. Yeah, so they had to be like super, you know. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. It's fucking wild. But yeah, you read like Musashi Scrolls, you know. But that's the thing. It is for people that don't have that instinctual feeling that we have, that feeling of morality. They need that book. They need it to not murder and to not rape. And that's scary to me. If you need a book to tell you that these things are bad, you know, these severe things are bad, then you are a psychopath, because you have no empathy at all for anybody. So that's not good. You're not born with this feeling, so you are literally a glitch. You're not supposed to be here. And that's a lot. That's a lot of people. That's like most Christians. It's fucking scary. Because for me, it's like if I read the scrolls, right? Musashi Scrolls, for just an example. These are deeper guidelines. These are more, you know, these go past what is the instinctual feeling of morality, right? These go past that, these guidelines in the book. These are not just like, you should not rape somebody. I shouldn't? No, these are like, we already know you shouldn't rape somebody, but you should also never do, even just try to grab somebody on the back. No, I'm just saying, like, I don't know what's the best example here, but you know what I mean. Like that's already given. These guidelines in the Bible that are given. It's like you're talking to a 6-year-old that needs to be told, "Hey, don't touch the hot oven." Oh no, I shouldn't. It's like, oh wow, I have to tell a grown adult that they should not touch a hot oven. Oh my. Well, the problem arises always, I do believe, when we try to incorporate any kind of spirituality or religion in leading a country or people. That's what I mean. I think that your morality and how you lead people should not be, should already be there without you having a religion. Like you can be an atheist and have morality and a sense of what is good for people and how to lead people. That's why the separation of church and state is so crucial, because as soon as you infuse religion into the government, it becomes fucking convoluted and it becomes fucky. And it because it doesn't work, It's like, because you cannot put everybody in there. I mean, it's actually very simple. It is that, the basic teaching of don't be shitty to each other, and try to not always think about only yourself, and try to think like how easy you want to make your life, but also think about, why don't you want to make other people's life easier? Why do you want other people's life to be difficult? Stop being greedy. That's actually in your book, Mr. Christian, like if we were talking to a Christian person, in your book, greed is one of the fucking 7 deadly sins. And the Christians are the greediest people on the planet. It's so fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, kind of like, yeah, but the fact that, yeah, but things. Yeah, but see, that's the thing. That's where like the catch-22 comes in too. For instance, with Trump, Trump talking about, literally wanting to change the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. Okay, so now when we really look at it, when I look at it objectively, things need to change, right? Things need to change. We have to go with the change. A almost 300-year-old constitution will become outdated. Now, the problem is that the wrong thing is wanting to be changed. There are things in the Constitution, for instance, the right to bear arms. We are no longer, in quotes, barbarians. We shouldn't have weapons like this anymore. Back in the day, 300 years ago, it was a different time. Having a gun for your protection, having a gun to go hunting, everybody did it. Everybody had it. It was a normal thing. That's why it was put in there, because it is a right. Things have changed because the weapons have changed. Now weapons can shoot a bunch of people in seconds. We didn't have weapons like these back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, things are, it's inevitable. Things change, times change, so must laws and rules. But not in a digressive manner, right? Let's not start going back in time. Go forward, right? So if we took the 14th Amendment, for instance, any child born in the United States is an automatic American citizen, and their parents, even so from a different country, therefore also automatically become American citizens. That's the direction you want to take with change. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to take always the direction that helps the people, that makes things better and easier for people, not worse. You know? Yeah, but that's just also another thing that's just total common sense. Common sense is like, it's so easy to destroy. Fucking in 4 years, you can destroy so much shit, and that's happening now. Like, Biden had 4 years to try to, to make something happen, to move forward, takes so much more effort and so much longer than just, we're going to cancel this, take this out. Because, essentially what Mr. Trump and his constituents always made fun of is the cancel culture, right? They make fun of people canceling other people. They're doing it. Mr. Trump and his constituents are officially applying cancel culture in what they're doing right now. They're canceling immigrants. They're canceling DEI. They're canceling. So, it always so happens they will attack the things that they're actively actually doing. Yeah, so I find it's hypocritical and like, it's like hypocritical, but like twofold or threefold. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's like, yeah, and but that's the thing, like, that's all fine and dandy, and that's good. We need to do that because we need to be, we need to be aware of what's going on and keep the propaganda at bay and be understanding and keep exposing the truth. However, we need more people that are actually in charge of stuff to do that. We need more people that are in politics to do that. We need more people that are in law to do that. And the problem is that most people that are in charge right now are actually on board with Trump's agenda, and these are the people that are in charge of us right now, and that's what's scary, because the president can only do as much as his constituents, like the people in Congress, people in the Senate, in the House, but he has all them. The Supreme Court, all Trumpsters. You know what I mean? They overturned Roe versus Wade. So it's like, it's really a hopeless scenario right now. I mean, we have a judge, I can already see it. I see it in my head. Like, I have the navigational map in my head, and I see, like, there's a judge here, and a judge here, and a judge here, and here, and here. We have here and there, we have individual judges that will block certain things that will be against it. But if the majorities, but it looks like Pete Hegseth is going to be confirmed. They had a mock voting today, and he won that. And why would it, and they're like, oh, well, the chance is still there. No, it's not. It's not. He won that. He's going to win that. So now we're going to have somebody lead the military that hates women, that thinks women should not be in the military. We have somebody that has been violent toward his ex-wife, somebody that needs to be carried out drunk out of a bar in his uniform as a military member. Yeah. Yep. And these are and these are also women that are confirming him, and women are like, yeah, sure. Yeah, he's great. He has no idea how to do this, but nah, he's cool. Yeah, he beat his ex-wife. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. I don't know if that's true. It's probably all lies. Mm-hmm. Ow. Yeah, I mean, I am streaming politics right now. So, it's in there. It's in there. But yeah, I'm probably gonna hop off now because I guess I've been like, because it was only like, I've been blabbering my mouth off. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna find a good episode of you know, somebody getting murdered by a psychopath. I suck at doing this. But yeah. No, this was fun though. Thank you, Kenjin. That was really awesome that you were here and we talked so nicely. It was really cool. Yep. But yeah, I'm gonna make myself a drink and I'm gonna sit and watch one episode of that, and then I'm gonna hit the hay. I'm gonna hopefully go to the boys. Who are the boys? Oh, you're talking about the boys in my chat, or? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I got this new jacket. I love it. Oh, that's the one that you were with me when I bought it. That's the one that I bought. I needed it. I like it. Yeah, right? Isn't that cool? Yeah, and they're already sewn in there, so the edges are not, you know, they're sewn, so it's not frizzing out, which is fucking awesome. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Huh. And the jeans. Oh shit, these are the jeans that I talked about to you. Look at this flare. Okay? But they're totally like, everything else is tight fitting, and you can see they are perfect, man. They're absolutely perfect. So tomorrow I got my black dye coming, and I'm dyeing them. I wish I could figure out how to keep that like. Yeah, but I wish I could find. I wish I could figure out how to keep, you know, there's certain areas like on the thighs and stuff where it looks like it's washed out. How I could keep that intact. But if I dye it black, it's not gonna do that. You see, like, you can see it in the camera actually pretty well because I got the lamp. You see how it has the washed up look here? I wish I could keep that, but as in black. Yeah, but how do I do that? This is like, it's like impossible because I have to douse them in the black in order for them to even get black. I can't because they just, see, because I like this here too. I know. Don't dye him? I don't know. I want to though. No? Yeah, right. I almost thought about that too because they do look fucking good. Just like that. They're like really good quality pants. The brand is, what is the brand? William Rast. You know what? I'm gonna look. Right? Well, they're not straight. That's why I love them. But I'm just kidding. It's actually kind of funny in multiple ways. But so what did I say? What is the name? I want to see. I'm gonna go online now. William Rast. Oh, now it's at 1 card reading, 150 crystals, 3 card reading, sub tier 1, 500 bits, 10 card reading, sub tier 2, 1,000 bits. 10 card reading, sub tier 2/1,000 bits. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so William Rast. See right there, William Rast jeans. Alright, so this one is like really cheap. Oh, but these are used. Used. So, I'm gonna go on Amazon. That's what I'm gonna do. Come on, hurry up, God. This gets on my fucking... Oh, now I clicked it away. Fine. I don't give a fuck. Oh, my God. What title? Why? Oh, my God. Really? Oh my. What is wrong with... No! I am though, because my phone is like... Suddenly I got 4 viewers. I just got done with my best speech ever, and here comes the fucking people. I think we can do better. Oh, so they came back, is what you're saying? All right. Welcome back. Okay, so $41. $40. $50. $50. So we can say this is like a $50 pair of pants right here. $57. There's actually a jeans brand that calls Democracy. But yeah, so $40 pair of pants right here. Don't dye them, really? But I feel so, like, basic if they're blue. I guess you're right. I think you're right. Because that fade is just too... Look, I love that fade on there. I love it. I love this shit. I love when they have this too on the bottom. I think so too. I think so. Like, brand new, man. And I love they have the 2 buttons and they have the little zipper because they're a low rise. They're not the fucking mom jeans that go all the way over your belly button. I can't deal with that shit. My torso is big. I actually have a long torso. Have you ever noticed that? I have a long torso, but I'm short, right? So I have like a long... So that's why... Like, I need to have them on the waist. Because I'm like, I'm like, by no means, well, now she's fucking big. But when she was in her 20s, like, and I was in my 20s, then yes. But in my 30s now. I'm not saying I'm that same weight. But my shape of my belly, like the length is like Christina Aguilera. If you guys ever seen her, she wears like back in the day, she wore the low-rise jeans because that was our style back in the day. That's what I like. And that's what I wore because it's better for me because I have a longer, like, midsection of my body. So it just makes more sense. If you ever notice, she has the same thing. She has a very long torso. A long waist. Yeah, a long waist. Exactly. Torso. Well, it is the torso, so whatever. Yeah, Aaliyah, she had it too. She had it. You're right. Yes. And so for girls like us, when these low-rise jeans came out, it was like, Eureka! You know what I mean? This is the best. And I have never worn any other jeans after that. Like, I would keep jeans for like 10 years. My mom was like, you still have those? I'm like, yes, Mom, because they don't make the ones that I wear anymore. They don't make them. Oh, God, yeah. All of my girlfriends had the fucking belly button ring. Everybody's telling me, you gotta get a belly button. Like, there was a time when it was like, you have to get a belly button ring. If you don't, like, you're not even human. Like, you do not belong on this planet. And I'm like, no, I never wanted that. I always thought I had a little chub. So I never showed my belly. I mean, I did for a minute there, but no. Yeah, I don't. Same with the lip, or the tongue ring. Yeah, tongue rings. I'm like, no. I wanted to get the eyebrow ring for long, and now I'm also like, no. And I want to get the ring here, and then I want to get it here, and I'm just like, no. Yeah, I'm not a big person. Like my ears. I like my ears pierced. And that's it. This is actually really working well, Kenjin, right here. I'm glad I bought these. Because you see, you know how I'm normally like, ow, ow. They're starting to actually like fucking heal now. This one's a little irritated, but this one's irritated because I've been playing with it. I should stop doing that. But yeah, they're starting to finally like, because I just leave these in. I'm going to leave them in until there's no more pain. But I like it, even the little ball, and then I have my little ring there, There's probably blue on there right now because of my hair. Yeah, I think I'm going to hop off now, too. This was a really good stream. Like, thank you for joining me, Kenjin. It was nice. I know I blabbered on a little bit, but I think I needed it because I've been depressed, man. I've been trying to ignore it, but it's coming out because littles, Yeah. Join Kenjin's stream tomorrow. Well, yeah, of course. We already talked about this. I thought. At 9 o'clock, yeah. Kenjin is going to be live earlier. Yeah, of course. That'd be great. Yeah, so come in Kenjin's stream tomorrow. We'll be there. Or he'll be there. I'll be there. That's good. Good. Yep, but for tonight, I'm going to hop off. I do want to say thank you, Promethean. I saw Wandering Bishop. Thank you. Thank you, Sensei. And thank you so much, Kenjin. That would be fun. That would be great. Yeah, and I want to say, as usual, I want to say, did I forget somebody? No, I don't think I did. I do want to say, help the cause, stop reproducing, and don't forget to mourn those that are in spiritual turmoil. And I'll be back tomorrow. And until tomorrow, I say tschüss, zdravo, and bye.